Hey everybody, how's it going today? Ian back here with you with Stumbo's Media Outlet. Hey, big Christmas movie fan here. Big fan of the holiday films of all genres. We're going to be looking at all genres. This is going to be a little longer video, I have a feeling. Maybe not. We'll see how fast I can get through these. I have 4 piles of Christmas movies. Some I've got recently, some I've had for a long, long time. I'm just going to start right out here. There's going to be classics, like old classics, new classics, some you may not have heard of, some I grew up with, some Christmas horror. So if you're a fan of all these genres, let's go. Let's take a look what I got. So first up, we're going to do Jim Carrey in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard. Makeup by Rick Baker, who won one of his many Oscars for this. Awesome makeup for the Whoville people. Jim Carrey was great in this film. Fun fact, I didn't know that this makeup and the costume was so painful they had to bring in somebody from the CIA to like train Jim Carrey to like how to endure the pain from like the contact lenses and the costume. So that's really interesting. But I think he does a great job here. This is a good movie. I actually saw this for the first time last year, surprisingly enough. So How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Check that out. A movie I've never seen. I was working at the movie theater when we had this, but The Polar Express, motion capture film directed by the great Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks in multiple roles here. Of course, based on the book by Chris Van Allsburg, who was a great children's author. I used to read his books. Never seen The Polar Express, but I'm probably gonna give it a watch. So let me know if this is a good one to check out. So. Next, one of my favorites, I really like this movie. Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger has to get his son a Turbo Man for Christmas. Yes, he does. Great cast. The late great Phil Hartman is in this. Sinbad is his rival. He's a postman. Jim Belushi's in this. Really fun movie. I try to watch it every year. This actually has the extended director's cut too, which I did not know, and a making of. So this is fun. Arnold Schwarzenegger, reminds me of like when Cabbage Patch Kids were big. When I was little, everyone had to get one, or Tamagotchis when I was a little older. Everyone had to get, or Beanie Babies. God, Beanie Babies. So we've all experienced the toy of the year. So next up. This is a great movie. Love Actually. I was working at the movie theater too when we had this. Written and directed by Richard Curtis, who did 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Who's not in this movie? A young Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead is in this. We got Hugh Grant. We got Emma Thompson, Bill Nighy, Colin Firth, Liam Neeson, Alan Rickman. Great cast. This is just a really sweet movie. Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, is in this. Keira Knightley. The list goes on, but yeah, just a really sweetheart of a movie. Haven't watched it in a long time, but I probably should. Have not seen this, but I always enjoyed A Christmas Carol. I enjoyed reading it. I had a little abridged version when I was young. I thought I'd try this version because I'm a big fan of George C. Scott. This is from the 80s, an adaptation of A Christmas Carol, directed by Clive Donner with David Warner and Susanna York. Probably a pretty traditional Christmas Carol adaptation, but I think it's a pretty good one. Whoa. My next movie is a funny movie, Office Christmas Party. I was going to say Christmas Carol. That's not right. Office Christmas Party. Gosh, who's not in this one either? I mean, Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, T.J. Miller, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney B. Vance, Kate McKinnon, Rob Corddry, Sam Richardson. Really funny movie. Definitely R-rated, so not for the kids, not for the family, but put the kids to bed. Watch Office Christmas Party. This is a funny one. Just from a few years ago, 2016. Never seen this one either, but it's always been on the list, so I thought I'd pick it up. Nicolas Cage, Téa Leoni in The Family Man. Nicolas Cage plays a Wall Street trader. Wakes up one morning and he's got a wife, Téa Leoni, and kids. And she used to be his girlfriend. He left 13 years ago. I'm reading the back because I'm not sure what it's about. So I'm cheating a little bit on this because I have not seen it. Seal did a song for this called This Must Be Heaven. Danny Elfman did the score. Brett Ratner directed it. Brett Ratner did the Rush Hour movies and Red Dragon and others. So looking forward to watching this. Let me know. Is The Family Man any good? Next, a movie I know I've seen, but I don't remember it very much, is Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck. He rents himself a family for the holidays. That family is James Gandolfini, the late great, someone I miss a lot. Christine Applegate, Catherine O'Hara. Looked funny, cheap Blu-ray, got an HBO first look making of. Thought I'd check it out. Next is a movie from my youth. I grew up with this one, Prancer. Found this for like $7 at Target. Had to get it. Sam Elliott plays the father of a young girl who believes she found Santa's reindeer Prancer. It's a really sweet movie. Definitely a family film. Cloris Leachman, Abe Vigoda. Check out Prancer. It's really good. Another one from my youth, I'll Be Home for Christmas, with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Huge in Home Improvement at this point. Made in the 90s. I think this is on Disney Plus too if you don't have the disc. But definitely one to check out again. Another one I remember, Ernest Saves Christmas. This is one of the 4 Ernest movies that were released in theaters. Of course, all were directed by John Cherry. Starring the late great Jim Varney, who I miss very much. I always enjoyed his character of Ernest. This is a sweet movie. I rewatched this again last year. I always liked Ernest Saves Christmas. It's just a good one to watch with the family every year. Next, we're going to do the original and the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Never seen the original. Edmund Gwen, who played Santa in this movie, actually won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for this year. It stars Maureen O'Hara and a young Natalie Wood, who really wants this little girl wants to believe Santa's real, and Santa is put on trial. That's right. And of course, we have the remake here with John Hammond himself, Richard Attenborough, as Santa, also with Elizabeth Perkins and Dylan McDermott. Also Mara Wilson, the little girl from Mrs. Doubtfire. This is a good one too. John Hughes did this one. And speaking of John Hughes, couldn't have Christmas without Home Alone. Yes, Home Alone. One movie I will absolutely watch every Christmas. Love John Hughes. Love and miss John Hughes. Macaulay Culkin gets left home alone, we all know. 2 burglars come in, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern. Hilarious. Love the original. Second one's pretty good too. Third one's actually decent. Never saw the 4th one. I know there's one on HBO Max right now that's supposed to be absolutely horrible, called Home Sweet Home Alone. Not sure if we'll check that one out. I'll just do all 3 of these. Gotta have the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Classic. I grew up with this one when he was huge on Home Improvement. Yeah, Santa Claus is just great every year. Of course, you got Santa Claus 2 and Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, with Martin Short as Jack Frost, which is supposed to be horrible. I don't think I've ever seen it. I should probably watch all 3 of them, just to see I've seen them. Let's do a classic. White Christmas. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye. Yes. Rosemary Clooney, Vera Ellen. Never seen this movie, but I'm really interested in watching some of these old Christmas classics. I'm kind of interested. So if you've seen any of the ones that I say I haven't seen, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear if they're worth it watching. So, okay, next we're going to do some Christmas horror. We're going to start out with Black Christmas from Bob Clark. Classic slasher, early 70s, 1974. Olivia Hussey, Margot Kidder, John Saxon, Andrea Martin, who was on SCTV. Creepy phone calls in this movie. These sorority girls get obscene phone calls, and they have to figure out who it is. And it's a great movie to watch every year. It predated Halloween and a lot of other ones, but I enjoy it. This is the 2-disc Shout Factory. Got this at Best Buy for like $13. So next, gotta have, Silent Night, Deadly Night, which was banned when it first came out, about a boy who witnessed the murder of his parents by someone dressed as Santa Claus, and then he dresses as Santa Claus and goes on a murder spree. Real good extra features on this one too. This is like a Christmas. It's almost funny now. Some people consider it a comedy. There's some like so bad it's funny elements. But then you got the second one, which "It's Garbage Day" is the classic quote from this. Also has good special features. This is pretty much like half of this one, and then the other half is the second movie. So not a whole lot of originality on that. So Gotta go with the Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. So many great quotes. Of course, been on TBS and TNT. I think I read since 1997 the other day. They've had this for 24 hours on Christmas Eve. This was directed by Bob Clark. Bob Clark also directed Porky's. Interesting, Bob Clark. Interesting. Yes, Melinda Dillon, Peter Billingsley, Darren McGavin, great cast. I saw them do a production of this at my local theater down the road, so gotta have it. One I've never seen, Holiday Inn. Never seen this one. Actually, first time it featured the song White Christmas. Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby in this one. Got this at Best Buy too. Got a nice slip cover on it. It also features the Broadway musical on a separate disc. So that's really cool. I'll have to check this one out. Again, I've never seen it. Let me know in those comments. Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. I have the other two, so I thought I would add this one. Gotta have Gremlins. Love Gremlins. Joe Dante, Steven Spielberg produced. Chris Columbus wrote this. Love Gremlins. How do you not love Gremlins? Gremlins. Gizmo, great. Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates, Hoyt Axton, Corey Feldman. Set in Christmas. Love Gremlins. How do you not love Gremlins? I love Gremlins. And next, another one from my youth, All I Want for Christmas, starring Thora Birch and Ethan Randall, who goes on to become Ethan Embry, which I thought was interesting. Leslie Nielsen plays Santa Claus, also stars Lauren Bacall. I'm going to go through these a little quicker. Next is Santa Claus the movie. Dudley Moore, never seen this one before either, so you know what to do. John Lithgow, Burgess Meredith. Look like a good one. Thought I'd check it out. Deck the Halls, decent movie, decent watch. Kind of Danny DeVito lights up the whole house. Matthew Broderick doesn't want it. They got feuding wives, Kristen Davis from Sex and the City and Anne Kristen Chenoweth. Decent holiday movie. One of my favorites, Bad Santa. God, I love Bad Santa. I laugh so hard at this movie. It's super, super funny. Billy Bob Thornton is just perfectly cast. Two people from this movie have passed away since then. It's just a shame. John Ritter and Bernie Mac. Rest in peace to both of them. But yeah, I love Bad Santa. What a great movie. Okay, next up we have, let's go with Scrooge. I love Scrooged. Such a dark movie. By Richard Donner, who just passed away. The late great Richard Donner. He did Superman the movie, Goonies, All Four Lethal Weapons. Loved Scrooged. You know, Bill Murray plays this business executive named Frank Cross, and he's visited by the three ghosts. Of course, the best ghost is Carol Kane, who I love when she smacks him upside the head with the toaster. I love Scrooged. It's great. It's dark. It's kind of spooky, actually. I remember when I was younger, I'm like, this is pretty scary. But now it's like one of my favorites. I just love Scrooged. So, if you love Scrooge, let me know. Couple classics right here. Well, one I think is more classic, the other one not so much. I don't know why I said that. Elf, I think, is more classic with Will Ferrell. Saw this one in the theater too. James Caan, the late great Ed Asner, who we lost recently, and of course the always great Bob Newhart. Elf is really funny. And Fred Claus, I'm not sure if I've seen all of Fred Claus, but yeah, I will need to check out Fred Claus again too, with Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti, who's always great. This is Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5. Back to the horror. I forgot I had this. Never seen these. Don't think the best of them, but I don't think like 4 has anything to do with the other ones. But I thought I'd check them out. And anyway, if you've seen all the Silent Night, Deadly Nights, let me know. Especially these last ones. I'm sure they're awful, but I have to complete my collections, which is terrible. The last few are favorites. I'll go with, some people consider it a Christmas movie, some people don't. Die Hard. I love Die Hard. I'm just going to put it in here because I love it. One of my all-time favorite action movies. Bruce Willis is John McClane. This is the box set I got. I love Die Hard. It takes place during Christmas. It's cold. You know, I love Reginald Vell Johnson from Family Matters is in this movie as the cop, and uh, it's just great. It's a classic, and Alan Rickman, God, one of the best villains ever with Alan Rickman. Okay, It's a Wonderful Life. Gotta have it in the collection. Jimmy Stewart, Frank Capra, the great Frank Capra, on TV every year. Gotta have it though. It's a classic for a reason. And I think most people's favorites, one of mine, maybe my favorite, Christmas Vacation. Love Christmas Vacation. How do you not quote this movie during the whole thing? Bend over and I'll show you. Don't throw me down, Clark. I won't, Aunt Bethany. The Blessing. My favorite Christmas Vacation quote? Probably, Clark, slow down. I don't want to spend the holidays dead. Her eyes are frozen. I mean, come on, it's Christmas Vacation. Love this movie. John Hughes wrote and directed, gosh, again, I miss John Hughes. Randy Quaid in the RV, his cousin Eddie. Julie Louis-Dreyfus is in this. Juliette Lewis. Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond. Every year, you gotta watch Christmas Vacation. So, okay, everyone, that is my massive, huge Christmas movie haul. Let me know down in the comments the ones I haven't seen. Let me know if they're any good. And what are your favorites? Gosh, I really want to hear from you guys. I'm such a big Christmas movie fan. So let me know down in those comments. Like, comment, and subscribe to my page, Stumbo's Media Outlet. Ring that bell for notifications so you guys know when I post new videos. And this has been a really fun one to do, and I really enjoyed it. So, okay, that's all I got for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.